When you think of Kylie Jenner, what do you think of? Billionaire, beauty mogul, Instagram model, reality TV star. And the truth is she's all of those things, have you ever wondered why she's this famous or this rich? Because it's not just keeping up with the Kardashians. She's worked hard and is the definition of a true, independent, successful woman. And today we are going to be exploring the life and the successes and the hardships of Kylie Christian Jenner. And also, happy birthday. Kylie Jenner was born August 10th, 1997 in Los Angeles, California. Heck of a city. To Bruce, now Caitlyn Jenner, and Kris Jenner. Her fame began at a very young age, and only 9 years old is when she first appeared on the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The reason she was actually on that show was because of her sister Kim's infamous sex tape with rapper Ray J, which occurred in 2007. And not even 2 years later, the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians aired. The show included her half-siblings' lives, Kim, Courtney, Khloe, Rob, and then her older sister, Kendall and Kylie. Finally, in my opinion, Kylie's always been the most craziest Jenner sister. And some examples of this, the first ever episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, she was literally riding her parents' stripper pole inside of their bedroom. Obviously, this was influenced by Kim and her older sisters, but still, also her desperately trying to pull down Rob's pants when he was trying to introduce his girlfriend to the family. Eventually, after returning to high school in 2015, she got her high school diploma at Lauren Springer School. Kylie regularly appeared in plays. She also ran track, according to her GQ. When the cameras weren't on, however, they lived a pretty basic and above average childhood. They were both in school at Sierra Canyon Middle School and were both cheerleaders. And at first, Kylie and Kendall weren't featured on the show that much and weren't really in the spotlight when they were featured on the show. And that all changed right around season 4 or 5 with the whole Kylie throwing the book at her mom incident after she was jealous of Kendall's photos and her becoming. And although Kylie doesn't like to think of them as her half-siblings, which I get, she only has one real sibling and 8 half-siblings. 4 from Chris's side, or her mother, and then 4 from her father's side, Caitlyn. And then after a while, after the paparazzi and more media fame, she finally became homeschooled in 2020. And when her and Kendall were literally wrestling each other in front of the mirror of the season finale. But she was also really young at the time, and I think she did it for mostly attention. But overall, I think she turned out pretty well compared to the other childhood celebrity actors, such as, Justin Bieber, Jaden Smith. They are off the rails now. Next up is her romantic life, and compared to her sisters, Kim and Kendall, her past really isn't that bad. She hasn't had nearly as many relationships as either of them. And although her romantic life is a bit controversial, it's not really that bad compared to most others in Hollywood. Her first romantic relationship was with Australian musician Cody Simpson. They dated for roughly a year and then split. That isn't unusual because usually everybody's first relationship, they split up. His next relationship involved singer-songwriter and actor Jaden Smith before he put boxes on his head and dyed his hair pink and got diamond teeth, basically before he was actually normal. Also, this was the last time in her last relationship where she didn't get plastic surgery during this relationship. Next up is Kylie's most controversial relationship, which was with rapper Tyga, which she met at her sister's sweet 16th birthday, which I guess he performed at, and they were seen dancing. He was flirting with her, she was flirting with him, and talking to each other. And Tiggy even admitted that they were reportedly talking a couple of times on Instagram before they started dating back in 2014, when she was only 17 years old. And when Chris was asked about this relationship on an interview, she said that they are just friends. Personally, I'm not buying it. And he was also 26 at the time, while she was only 17. That's a 9-year age gap. And he left his baby mama, Black China, who eventually got with Rob Kardashian a few years later, to actually be with Kylie. Which is very weird, to leave the mother of your children for a girl that's underage. But Chris and Bruce at the time allowed it, which I don't know how it got by him, because he's like, wouldn't let her, even have boys in the house at, age 13. So how did this even happen? Anyway, they started dating in 2014, and he was such good friends that they even allowed him to come on a family vacation with them to Costa Rica in a infamous episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And mind you, she's still underage, and he says some pretty freaky stuff to her. He also has her inside of some of his music videos, such as Stimulated and Doped Up, and in the song Stimulated, he raps, "They say she young, I shoulda waited. She a big girl dog when she's stimulated." He also says, "I'm gonna do what the F I wanna do when I wanna do. She's a big girl dog. I'm putting in, I'm penetrating, I'm getting big, I'm stimulating." And another line, he says, "I'll stimulate her, simple baby. She's a big girl dog, she a big girl dog, she a big girl dog." And then after she turned 18, they were magically dating, and they made it act like they were friends at first, and now they're dating. Once again, I don't know how this happened. This had to be one of the creepiest relationships in Hollywood. This shouldn't have been a relationship at all. And I'm not saying that he mistreated her at all. It's just, I don't know why Chris even allowed this. Because they were obviously sleeping together, right? But this was Kylie's first real relationship and real first taste at love, really. I mean, he treated her very well. Even for her 18th birthday, he bought her first car was a Lamborghini that he bought her. Eventually, they split on good terms in April of 2017. And then, not even a month later, she was spotted at Coachella with her next, and I would say most successful boyfriend at this time, Travis Scott. See a pattern here? And after a few months of dating, Kylie became pregnant with baby Stormy, who was born February 1st, 2018, which Kylie kept her pregnancy private up until the day Stormy was born, which she posted on social media after she was born. And then in the episode titled "A Beautiful Stormy," it reveals all the glorious details about how Stormy was born and the pregnancy. Then was the peak of Travis and Kylie's relationship. They were seen at basketball games, at every red carpet from the Met Gala to the Grammys, and also appeared on the GQ's couples quiz, which Travis did okay on. Then in July of 2019, Travis and Kylie ended up splitting up for a while. That was due to Travis reportedly cheating on her. Then once the COVID-19 pandemic hit, they decided to quarantine together, and then eventually got back with each other. In October of 2021, Kylie and Travis announced that they were having a second child, this time a boy. Then on February 2nd of 2022, a day after Stormy's birthday, Wolf Webster, now Ari Webster, after Kylie changed the name, was born. Travis and Kylie had a up and down relationship for almost 6 years, but they came to an end in January 2023. But they still talk and are co-parenting well, and are actually good friends now, which they were from before, which Kendall actually dated Travis, and that's how they actually met. And then only a few months later, she started dating actor Timothée Chalamet in April of 2023. Been seen together that much until late last year, and obviously this year when they made their first red carpet appearance. But these two are a power couple. They are seen making PDA all the time. They walk red carpets together. They're seen all the time, and she looks the happiest she's ever been with any guy. They are Hollywood's biggest couple right now. Timothy is reportedly good with the kids. Both family members, parents approve of it, and even all the Kardashian Jenner sisters approve. The only person that isn't really cool with it is Timothy's sister, but I think that it's more of a jealousy thing than anything. Finally, Timmy and Kylie are always glowing around each other, and they're always on top of each other every time they see each other, and are always making out, it seems like. I've never seen Kylie this happy around any guy, and Timothy, he's really into her as well. Hopefully this isn't another one of those Kardashian relationships where they're done after 5 years. Hopefully, long run. I wish the best to both Kylie and Timothy. Next up is her early business ventures. Her first ad campaign was with Paxson, and it was a back-to-school magazine where they were rocking some Paxson clothes. Nowadays, she does hundreds of ad campaigns every single day for her brand and for other brands. Whether it's for Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Aloe, or any other super popular brand, or her own brand, such as Kylie Skin, Kai, her clothing brand, or Kylie Cosmetics. Also, in 2014, the sisters co-hosted the Much Music Awards in Toronto, Canada, which Kylie made her first acting appearance as well during that shoot. Since then, she's appeared in a few other movies, such as Ocean's 8 a few years ago. The sisters also appeared in music video by Party Next Door, Recognized. Since then, she's appeared in even more music videos, such as Blue Ocean by Jaden Smith, the previously mentioned Doped Up and Stimulated by Tyga, and then she also appeared in Travis Scott's music video, Stop Trying to Be God, off his 2018 album, Astroworld. Also, her latest music video she was in was for Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's WAP. Business ventures or ads. She also... Now her Instagram is one of the most followed accounts inside the entire world, with over 393 million, which is ranked number 4th and most followed on Instagram. Her first ever Instagram post, a picture of her doing her homework. Ever since that post, she's gotten hundreds of millions of follows and likes almost on every single post. Also, she also attracted over 50,000 voter registrations to a voting website with a picture of her in a bikini and a caption that says "Vote Now." Back in 2015, she was noticed for having unusually large lips every single episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. This topic is a highly controversial topic because she made money off of this insecurity, which she said was because she was kissing a boy once, and he said, "You have really small lips," so this became an insecurity for her for forever, until she finally got her lips done in 2015. And although she made money off of this tactic of targeting people's other insecurities, I think it comes generally from a good place, because she even had these insecurities herself, but she lied to a lot of her fans by saying that it's only her overlining her lip when she was secretly getting lip fillers for the longest time. In a 2017 interview, she said she didn't lie about getting lip fillers. She just never mentioned it and refused to ask questions. So she took advantage of people who had small lip insecurities and look insecurities from her own insecurities. I don't know if that's good or bad, but she made over $1 billion. She became the youngest self-made billionaire in 2019, according to Forbes. That title was later stripped due to they were inflating her net worth or currency, so now she's down to about 750 million, which is still a lot, and she probably has the most influence out of any of the Kardashians, other than Kim. Which brings her into her plastic surgery, which she ended up getting a BBL in about 2017 or so, but later had a BBL reduction in 2023. I think that's what it's called. Also, she got her boobs done just a few years ago. Mentions and puts hope that she mentions how she got it done. She's also been rumored to get her face done, such as her brows. She also carved down her chin, according to some plastic surgeons on YouTube. Also, she's been rumored to also get her ribs done as well, which, I mean, she lost a lot of weight since a few years ago, and I don't know if that's totally true. Other than her brand, Kylie Cosmetics, which has made her hundreds of millions of dollars, she's also launched other businesses such as Kylie Skin, Kai, which is her clothing brand, and Kylie Baby, which is also along with Kylie Skin. Which, looking at it, she has baby moisturizer, baby shampoo, baby body wash, but it isn't terrible. Kylie also has a company called Kylie Swim, which she promotes swimsuits and all types of bikinis. There's also Kylie Skin, which she promotes moisturizers, lip butters, and all rehydrating serums. Then is Kylie's second most successful side business, which is Kai, or her clothing brand, which is usually dresses, common streetwear, and crop tops, plus other collaborative brands that she partners with to sell their products along with hers. Obviously, she's known for her family, but it's not just them who has been making these products. She put together an entire team and has been truly a great businesswoman. Obviously, she's been helped along the way, but she turned an online makeup business, which you never see. She was the first company to pioneer and start a new genre of makeup, which is online selling. Other than selling lip kits and lipstick, she also sells lip liners, blushes, does makeup tutorials for the new products, while also, other than selling lip kits and lipstick, she also sells and promotes lip liners and everything to do with lipstick. And at the peak of her success, there was obviously a new challenge that arose from her having big lips and inserting lip fillers, which she denied for a while and then officially came out and said it in like 2021, I believe. But the Kylie Jenner lip challenge was a very popular trend at the time and still is. I've actually tried it before, and let me tell you, your lips become swollen. Basically, you find like a shot glass or a small glass and you just suck into it. Now, I've tried this before and my lips weren't like incredibly big, but you suck into it for like a few minutes and your lips become swollen. They'll eventually go down, but it takes 2 hours to go down. And trust me, I'm not giving you advice to go and do this, but it was practiced all over the place. And many people, lips were swollen. They went to the hospital because not enough blood flow in the area. It was rough, but this could all been avoided. Well, probably not. Society is pretty dumb. If she would just tell people that she had lip fillers, people are willing to do anything to get the biggest stuff. The business has an estimated worth of over $1.2 billion, and she was actually a billionaire in 2019, the youngest self-made billionaire. I already mentioned that, but she got stripped of it after they were inflating her wealth from the Kardashians, so she's now at about $750 million. And although the business isn't doing as well as it did a few years ago, it is still a top cosmetics brand. And there's new products coming out every single week. Plus, Kylie's net worth is increasing An article came out that says the average American worker makes about $45,000 per year. If you times that by 10, that is how much Kylie Jenner makes in one day. A total of $456,000. She went from just a good-looking teenager to a multi-millionaire. Checked her new net worth. $750 million was her net worth in 2022. So I was 2 years off. She's now worth $900 million. She went from just a pretty face to one of the most successful women in the world. And it's not just the Kardashians either. She works every single day on Instagram making new products to become one of the most successful, not just women, people in the world. Let me know in the comments if you guys actually wear Kylie Cosmetics, because I've never tried it because I don't really wear makeup like at all. But I heard it's both good, or it's mostly good. Sometimes it's bad, like with the whole bikini thing in like 2022. She does have some not great products out, but it's mostly successful. Let me know in the comments. You're probably wondering, if she has all this money, what does she do with it and how does she spend it? In 2023, she purchased her largest house, $36.5 million, and she has other houses that also cost millions of dollars. She also has multiple Bugattis and supercars, which cost probably over $1 million to $5 million. And then she has a private jet, a yacht, so she is living pretty well. Although she spends a lot of money on herself, her family, and her kids, she also gives back to charity as well, like when she donated over 6,000 pounds of hand sanitizer. Also in 2020, she donated over $1 million to the bush wildfires in Australia. These are a list of things and charities that Kylie Jenner has supported. Finally, I think one of her most selfless act was when she donated over $500,000 on her birthday, nevertheless, to Teen Cancer America charity. Other than being one of the most successful women in the world with a $1 billion cosmetic brand, a wonderful family that has your back through anything, a fashion icon, she still finds it in her to be a great person. And although she never told anybody about her getting lip fillers and kept denying it for years during the COVID-19 pandemic, eventually did say something about it. I think it's more of society wanting the next big thing, like I said earlier, than her fault. She became a fashion icon, an Instagram model, a successful businesswoman, and a great mother, all the way from a 9-year-old prankster. This is how Kylie Jenner went from a 9-year-old nobody to a global superstar. I'm Andrew Zupko, and that's my take. Also, happy early birthday to Kylie Jenner. Hope you guys enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new.